Hi, everybody. Oh, God.
Oh
Hi.
God.
Uh, wow, that is some low FPS on my stream.
Oh,
uh, hold up. We may have to lose the VTuber. Oh boy, so many missed frames. So many.
such is life with Star Citizen.
Jeez. Let me kill the side stream. See if that fixes anything.
That looks better.
Yeah.
Hey, Specs.
Hey, Specs. So, hi, everybody. We're supposed to be doing some Star Citizen, but OBS decided, hey, all those frames you need to transmit, we're gonna lose a bunch of them. I'm just trying to see any processes I can, like, kill in the background. That help? Yes, kind of, sort of,
Yeah,
good enough.
sort of.
Yes. Okay. So I had to lower the detail on the volumetric clouds, which is kind of the big deal
Oh,
uh, for the whole update today. But yeah, we are on the new planet of Orison or Orison or however the hell you want to pronounce it. Uh, oh, I'm getting some screen tearing. Gotta get some VSync up in this. I'm a professional operation, I promise. All right. That's better. So yeah, we are on Orison, which is a city on the gas giant of Crusader.
King.
3. Um,
That took me off guard.
yeah. So there you go. It's an entire planet made out of volumetric clouds. The motherfuckers actually did it. Uh, and my computer apparently doesn't like it so much, but we'll make do. We'll make do. Uh, First time here, so it's kind of a grand tour for all of us. We are in the Green Circle Habitations area. Nope, we are back in bed. Good job rebounding. Try that again. It's an alpha, everybody. Green Circle Habitation, Horizon. I'm gonna pronounce it every way it possibly can be pronounced. This is the manufacturing headquarters for the Crusader Industries manufacturer of ships. Their shipyard is actually here, and all their employees live here. It's a series of floating platforms hovering dangerously over the abyss that is a gas giant, and that is fucking gorgeous. Now you'll notice way off in the distance that there are some floating dots. These are artifacts, because volumetric clouds are not 100% done yet. They're going to be messing with sign distance fields to clear that up. It's technology that is beyond my level of understanding. Maybe someone in chat knows about it more than I do. Yeah, this is basically the same cloud tech as you would see in Microsoft Flight Simulator for their weather and stuff.
Is the gravity higher here?
That is a good question. I don't know if I have a gravity sensor on this thing. Oxygen, I mean, air is breathable, obviously. Feels Earth's normal just by how it feels to jump. It's, what am I even wearing right now? I'm in a full spacesuit. Nope. Put that back. Oh, I need to unequip this. Gonna be a casual comp stream, so we'll go with casual attire.
Dude looks kind of gormless.
Well, yeah. I did hit the randomizer button a lot.
This place is very pretty.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's check out the roof, because I've never seen a roof option before. Oh, goddamn. Oh yeah, cloth physics. Those have been in the game for a while, but now we're actually using them. Can I, like, get a good view from, like... No, don't do that. Do this. Wow. So you also notice that there are these ships just kind of moving people and material around from platform to platform. I believe that's the Crusader dry dock over there, one of them. Providence, as they call it. I gotta do it.
System? Yeah, I was gonna.
I gotta do it. This is gonna spawn us back in a room, but you know what? I just want to take in a view. Okay, we're gonna go down there next. But properly.
Future's dangerous.
If hospitals were online, I'd be waking up in one right now.
Well, that at least would assume that someone caught you.
Yeah, well. the ground oh, there is no ground. I assume that I would eventually hit an area of pressure so powerful that it would be akin to standing on ground, or I'd be crushed into pulp.
Yeah, you know, you eventually get to the metallic hydrogen core.
Alright, let's do this proper. To the lobby. Ah, here's everybody else showing off. Checking their menus. Check out the Zen Garden.
Under glass so you can't fuck it up.
Well, not all of it. Just... Here's a spa? So like I said, this is my first time here, so this is gonna be like my silly ADHD brain being like, what's this, what's this, what's this? So I apologize for the disjointed manner of this tour. Yeah, hot tub.
It's candy.
Yeah. Elevators that don't work yet. So this is just version 1 of the landing zone. They're still going to be adding on to it as time goes on. An exercise room. Got stair steppers and
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Damn. There's gonna be a lot of me just stopping and being like, wow. But seriously, wow. Maybe you can kind of make it out here in the distance. Not... Oh, like on some of the platforms, you'll actually see the thruster systems that keep it stationary and not plummeting towards the core of the planet. Hey, more exercise stuff. Got some jump rope, got some weights, got some punchy things.
Punchy things.
I'm gonna guess that's the hospital over there. Oh, there's a shuttle.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Meanwhile, that guy up in the corner is just one. There's the sun. Where was I? So yeah, this was actually the last planet in the solar system to be completed. So now every planet is actually fully realized.
Cool.
We are here. So yeah, this whole thing is done. We've got the weird winter planet and its moons. We've got the Earth-like planet that's heavily polluted and its moons. We've got the Numenopolis, the city planet, and its moons, and we got the gas giant and its moons. And just about every biome imaginable, from jungle to desert to tundra to ammonia lakes and stuff like that. Which is why this was the first system, so they could get as much of it. It's a great test bed. Here's Elroy's, where you can pick up a snack.
Hi, welcome.
Elroy's, really?
Yeah, Elroy's. Hey, there's
Yes,
Elroy.
boy, Elroy. Daughter
Established
Judy.
2893.
Jane, his wife.
No one's gonna understand that reference anymore. The Jets haven't been a thing in 20 years. Except
No,
for a
you keep
WWE
saying that, and then you're like,
crossover.
oh, except for the wrestling thing. Yeah, except for the wrestling thing.
Except for the wrestling
I
thing.
still can't believe that's real.
I know, and that's why I keep saying it, because it's upsetting to me.
It's upsetting to everybody.
More than just the name of a spaceport, Crusader Industries founder August Dunlow led a memorable and incredible life. Born on Angeli in the Croshaw system, he was orphaned in the aftermath of the bloody Kano Stadium coup that ousted Imperator Messer X. Saved from the streets by a local charity, Dunlow was able to pursue his academics while volunteering in his spare time. Upon graduating from University of Angeli, he became a prominent anti-Messer activist and civil rights advocate, pushing for government reform and founded Crusader Industries in 2799 on the principle that business truly thrives when it gives back to society. Today, you stand among these majestic clouds thanks to his incredible vision that a company can be both financially profitable and a force for good.
Wow.
So in the lore, the Messers were horrible dictators that turned the Earth's government into a system-spanning dictatorship. It's still an empire, but now we have a senate and we have representation for the alien races that were conquered. And things are more or less on the mend. They still have hyper-capitalism in some areas and the exact opposite in other areas. Also, this guy here is sporting the cat helmet. I have one. He's gone now. Leaves blow in the wind. Not like amazingly, but they do, and that's kind of amazing. Like, oh, that is so pretty.
It's always spring on Crusader.
So when we're no longer in view of the sun and this thing enters night mode, oh, it's gonna be gorgeous. Discovery tours. What's this? Today's weather, 16C, partly cloudy. Tomorrow's weather, 17C, partly cloudy. It's a gas giant. It's always partly cloudy. That's the joke. Here's an advertisement. Here's an advertisement. Finley the Storm Wall. He can be found in the following locations: the gift shop, and the Kelto shop inside of Stratus. Yes, these space whales are going to exist. They will be swimming in these clouds when they're implemented.
Cool.
Be mindful of platform edges. Keep track of all personal effects. Follow all safety announcements. Report concerns to Crusader Security. I'm just gonna get rid of that. NPCs just kind of hanging out. And it looks like the server is doing a bit better because the NPCs are actually moving about and doing their thing. Let's check out this showroom before we go anywhere. Like a lot of people will complain about the AI in Star Citizen being basically rock stupid. Like you'll see NPCs instead of sitting on chairs, they'll be standing on them or hunched over tables or enemy ships just kind of sitting there and allowing themselves to get shot. And that's only because the server tick rate is abysmal. Because while the client data is culled to your immediate area, every server is dealing with every bit of space at once. So if someone fires a bullet way out here, the server's keeping track of it. Every bullet, every person, every NPC, every entity that spawned, everywhere. And the tick rate is terrible because of that. But server meshing and iCaching are basically almost done. By the end of the year, or very early next year, that'll be done, meaning that I'm going to pull this up again, that you'll have a server for like Hurston and its moons, or Crusader and its moons, and when you leave the area, you are just seamlessly transitioned to the next server, so that way the servers can actually just deal with what they have to deal with. Someone blew up.
Something blew up.
And then suddenly we'll be seeing much better frame rates, the AI actually acting like it's supposed to. If you get on early enough and you get an empty server, the AI is goddamn brilliant, and I wish more people could see that. Like, they'll properly take cover, they'll respond to visual and audio stimuli if you're in combat with them. They'll pull off some crazy moves in space. It's just right now everything's hampered by how the servers are laid out. Oh, it's not done yet. Nice matte painting.
Oh, that's old school.
But that would be the showroom for the ships that they build here. This is a very small model of the Crusader Hercules cargo ship, which is... I love Crusader ships. I don't own any right now, but I love their manufacturer style. It's beautiful, but it also kind of looks like a mini golf course, like from this far away.
Oh, it does. It's like too smooth.
Yeah. Oh, that's a trash can. I think these are supposed to project like butterflies and stuff. I don't know if I would be nervous as hell walking on a glass walkway over the void. What is going on?
I'd be nervous. I mean, it's one thing to walk on like a glass walkway on a tower above the city, but I mean, I guess you're gonna die regardless if you fall, whether it be like from hitting the pavement or for falling for hundreds of miles into a dense fog of death. I don't know.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart. Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
Guess I should sit down.
Seems only the polite thing to do.
Oh, I love it. It's like Tomorrowland, but better.
It's the people mover of tomorrow, and this one doesn't use like hundreds of tires to move you along.
Yeah. You can't throw a water bottle off the side and peg someone on the street below.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark. The shuttle is preparing to depart. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Takes a special kind of person to join the Crusader Industries family. Not only do employees have to be highly qualified and skilled, but most importantly, they have to be passionate about what they do. CEO Kelly Kaplan always says Crusader makes the best ships because we have the best employees, and it's true. Let's look at the Crusader Cares charity initiative spearheaded by generous workers here at Orison, which has made a difference in the lives of people all over. Seems like they're trying to make the rest of the Empire as happy as they are. It's a little propaganda.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
I don't know how good they actually are, but they're making me start to think of Amazon, not in a good way.
Yeah. That's a
Yes,
neat
I
way to
too
put it.
am an employee at Amazon, and I too enjoy working in a warehouse. I don't have to use a bottle to pee.
I like the way they did the sign there. It was like the angle and the countdown and all that. Welcome to Providence Industrial Platform. Let's go this way. Stay alert, high pressure. Oh yeah, this looks very industrial.
Sign up forms are available in hubs.
Speaking of Amazon. Kovalex shipping. There's a little gift shop.
Get yourself your very own Crusader ship plushie.
You can buy a plushie of the space whale.
Oh,
Ah, cool, the gray cat armor. That's in now. Nice. Oh, they went all in on that music too. What's down there? Fluid offloading. And escape pods if the platform decides to fuck up. God, it's so cool. Crusader Discovery Center. Now I feel like I'm in the fucking Orlando airport. Here you can get your Crusader gear, some candy bars, shirts, more candy bars.
this is a very strange sight for me. Everything else is so high tech, and then there's just like, oh, it's a gift shop, candy, ball caps. It's very much modern thing or like a current era thing. And then
I mean,
and then you got these holograms that are like, oh, okay, no, we're in the future.
well, I mean, no matter what, you still gotta eat.
I guess it's just the design of everything looks very
Welcome.
current.
Zombie snaggle sticks
Snaggle stick! Snap into a snaggle stick.
and calomel.
Camel meal. Made from real camel meal.
Snaggle stick smoke daddy.
Smoke daddy.
Or fizz sour sop.
Do they have kablooey candy?
No,
Oh.
that was 900 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, look, it's the shipyard. That's a Hercules being built.
Wow.
Hey, it's the Mercury Star Runner. I love that ship. I love refrigerators. It's just like so much to take in, I don't know what to do. Why does Crusader build ships in Orison? Believe it or not, building large spaceships is hard. If you attempted to build them in traditional factories on a planet with Earth-like gravity, you'd be faced with massive amounts of challenges just to arrange the ship's pieces into place and keep them from collapsing during construction. Sometimes these larger ships can't even leave the atmosphere after they're done, which is why most larger ships are finished in space. The space has its own set of issues. Sure, you don't have to worry about weight, but all your engineers and mechanics have to work in spacesuits, which is potentially more dangerous. On Crusader, our employees get the best of both. Lower gravity and atmosphere.
So this is a low-gravity planet? That's weird.
I'm going to assume that, like, there's maybe gravity plating here. We are pretty high up in like altitude on the as far as like the gas giant goes.
It's true, I suppose.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Shuttle. What? Okay. You- They're probably gonna have to do something about the transit timing. It seems a little quick. Man, that view. Here's the spaceport, August Dunlow Spaceport. Ah, that's neat.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to descend.
Yeah, I want to fly around in this. Are you a person or are you an NPC?
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
You're an NPC.
Please clear the hatch.
Look at it try to pathfind.
Oh, it's cute.
Reminder to check
It's doing pretty well considering.
and act all shuttle flights, and to dispose of any trash at appropriate receptacles. No stress, no mess.
C2 Hercules Starlifter.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Star Runner. Okay, if I were going to get into the airport, I would probably go this way. Yeah, elevators. Hey lady, wait. Now I don't know, because She used the button. That's got to be a player. But players don't usually get, like... I don't know now.
He's a mystery.
I think I mentioned this the last time we went through a security station, but like these will eventually be able to scan you for contraband and whatnot, and criminal players will have to find means of getting around it. You know, entering areas they're not supposed to, bribing guards, that sort of thing.
Cool.
Oh yeah, the ship rental kiosk. What did I got here? I think back there. I can. So eventually all NPCs will have a 24-hour like life cycle where they go to work, they do their jobs, they go home, they do entertainment stuff. But a lot of that will be handled in the background. Though for the ones that are visible, you could more or less see them wander around and do it in the end. There it is.
Oh. All little buddies.
There's a physical, like, real-life version of this that they're selling to, and I kind of want one. Like, Microtech, the snow planet, has a, penguin dude as its mascot, and that has a plushie. In-game and in real life.
Cool.
Yeah, see, Francis the Stormwall loves sailing through the clouds in Crusader's atmosphere. Much like Crusader's ship, Francis is big, graceful, and quite the sight to behold. Now this majestic purple Stormwall can accompany you on a journey through the stars as this large, soft, and squeezable plushie.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
I'm still looking around.
All Orison has to offer. So much to see and do. Crusader is a journey worth making.
Controlled firing of Seraph-class thrusters situated below each platform. The Crusader locals often describe the gentle vibrations that accompany your periodic adjustments as Orison's free massage. And the Chairman's Club, which unfortunately I would have access to because I sank that kind of money into this back when I had money. This is where concierge players would have like a private club to hang out and do stuff. And there's the real life equivalent events that go with that, but not a thing yet. I'm not entirely proud that I sank that kind of money into this, but I did, and you know what? I'm fine with it. The Ares Starfighter. This ship is neat because they took a capital ship-sized gun and built a ship around it. So this thing jutting out of the side is like a size 7 or 8 capital ship-size laser cannon, just bolted onto this ship. Yeah. It's whammers.
Whammers.
We can get a whammer burger.
Hi, welcome.
A wham burger. Or 2 chicken whams.
Wham.
Or some veggie whams.
Wham, bam, big wham. I love the
gonna get
retro-looking drawings.
I'm gonna get me a chicken wham. Crisp and juicy, all dark meat chicken patty.
Good purchase.
Look at them graphics. This.
Wrapper and all, it's all gone.
It's a naked man running around. Wouldn't be an MMO without that. Here's hangar access and the ship terminals. Let's get in the ship and take a look around.
2955 marks the centennial anniversary of the first orbital platform built on Perseverance. Join us in celebrating 100 years of incredible engineering and the tireless efforts of those who work every day to keep Orison afloat.
Hangar 7. That was quick. Air view. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, we can look at the new ship HUD.
Ooh.
So, now we have a heading indicator that is also, like, if you go into space, it'll be based on the solar plane, and if you're on a planet, it will be based on the planetary poles. You've got a much better velocity indicator, showing your speed limiter. Velocity based from 0, your altimeter, which is showing that we are 80,100 meters above what would be, I don't know what 0 would indicate on a gas giant.
Center of gravity, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. You've got the weapon systems and how much ammo are left in each one, plus, like, weapon energy indicators, because everything's now on a capacitor system. Hydrogen fuel and quantum fuel, missile indication systems there, flight systems, like if we're coupled, meaning like we could decouple, how the hell do I put this? If I hit decoupled, then it's more like flying in actual space, while coupled has like a flight system to kind of try to correct everything. It also has a gear indicator. I know that scanning is now just as simple as hitting a button, where before you had to go into a separate mode and you'd lose all indication of how fast you were going. But now you never lose that information, and if there was another person here in the ship, they could actually see this, because the HUD is now like physicalized. The screens aren't yet, because the screens are still running on Flash, but those are being updated.
Flash.
Well, that's what, because remember, this is all the an offshoot of the Crytek engine, and that's how they did their screens.
Oh.
But this stuff is based on what they're calling building blocks, and it allows for more physicalization.
I actually didn't know Crytek used Flash for their screens. That's crazy.
Yeah, like even this thing here, this is Flash. and like this whole system being replaced.
You are clear to launch. Launch complete.
Kubrick was a raid.
Whoa,
Thanks,
Kubrick.
How you
Hi.
doing, buddy?
Bloody.
How was PUBG?
Thank you, and please visit again.
Must have been held on to.
Nice. So, welcome everybody from the comfy bunker. Welcome to the arcade, even though the arcade overlay is not working right now. We're just playing some Star Citizen, checking out the new completed gas giant and the floating city that's hovering over it. Oh, thank you for the following, Crying. The following? Yes. Thank you for the follow, Crying. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, Blue Boy Niza and Ego21 Art. Much appreciated. Welcome to the arcade. So many alerts.
Everything's happening.
Everything's happening. How do you pronounce it?
Oh.
Eye tracking in. Eye tracking is not working. Yay! Oh boy. If this is your first time here, we are a variety channel, do a bit of everything. Tonight's just checking out Star Citizen. Got a whole planet made out of volumetric clouds, and really was looking forward to this. Kind of goes on forever, doesn't it?
Well, it is a big planet.
Yeah. Is that where we started?
It all looks the same to me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of
Could
the
be a
problem.
place.
I'm surprised I have this much like freedom to fly around the area.
To think of it, yeah, that's a good point. They trust you an awful lot for having been in prison multiple times.
Well, they don't know that.
I mean, granted, how big of a red flag can a 15-minute prison sentence bring up? But I don't know.
Oh, it's another timeline.
Oh, was that not persistent?
It will be. It's just, it's alpha right now, so. You can kind of see, like, here's the Seraph class thrusters. They're not firing right now because... Aw, you take care, Cooper.
Later, dude.
If you see any planets, do not worry. It's a fox, I promise. Yes, the foxes do get pretty big around here. As do the rabbits. Let's head what I assume is up. Yeah, there's one of Crusader's moons. We just have to get out of the atmosphere enough to make the jump.
Crusader Moon 3.
Ooh, I can kind of feel the drag and stuff. There we go. You see those, that little indicator is showing my actual direction of momentum there.
Oh, yeah.
And gravity is still trying to, like, pull the nose down. I think the atmosphere break is like 101,000. Well, it's a good time to get a shot of what's behind us. God damn. Hope see you around, Cryene. Have a good night.
Later.
$95. This is a much nicer heads-up display than what they had before. Okay, there's 100,000. 101. Still an atmosphere. Okay. $108. 100. That was 6. 107. Oh wow. Already blew 1/4 of our tank. Oh, we're about to go through a cloud. Iggy.
If you had volumetric clouds on, that would mean something.
They are on. I just lowered the detail on them because before I set it
okay.
to maximum and like, oops. So right now the clouds are static, but they're working on that. And this cloud tech will be applied to every planet with an atmosphere in the coming updates. When the hell does this atmosphere actually end?
It's a gas giant. It's big.
Thank you for the follow.
Key
JT
Thunderball.
Thunderball. Yeah. Now, even with the dot artifacting, it's still just a damn good sight. Get up there, nose. Giving joy and fun. That's what we're trying to do. Always glad to see it. I'm gonna have to put in a bug report and suggest that maybe the atmosphere doesn't need to be that high up.
Don't you like realism, son?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. You know, this actually brings to mind the question, what the hell is Jupiter made out of?
Hydrogen, I think,
Like the whole damn
among
thing?
other things.
Like these,
Probably not. I mean, the different bands would, I would assume, mean like different gases, but I think most gas
like,
giants are made of hydrogen.
like if you found like a region of oxygen, nitrogen, could we in theory like inhabit that pocket?
Possibly. There was a Larry Niven novel. I forget the name of it, but the whole premise is that like this group of, it was basically a prison ship, found a pulsar star with like this ring of oxygen like orbiting around it, and they were just like, hey, screw this, let's just like live here now. So it's like this whole colony of people living on these weird like trees in what is basically zero gravity because the whole thing's orbiting around a very small star. Never finished the series. It got kind of depressing, but Jupiter's composed predominantly of hydrogen and helium.
Ah. So not
Hey, you made
stuff
it.
you'd want in your lungs.
Yeah, probably not.
I was waiting for my computer to catch up with the action I just took. I wanted this really neat shot of us leaving the gas giant at high speed. Instead, we
Whoa.
get a slideshow.
Oh. Uh, uh.
So usually that goes a lot smoother to show that you can seamlessly go from world to world without loading screens and whatnot. But alpha.
I guess theoretically that's true.
That's where we were. Blow something up. That's some bad loading.
Is it usually that bad, or is it just because you're
Oh
streaming?
no. It might be. It might just be because I'm streaming, or because like this is a new patch. But usually you don't get that. So like that I have honestly never seen that happen before. Obstructed by what?
My space.
See, and that's obstructed. That's not a thing.
Oh God.
Say it now. You can kind of more clearly see the bands of clouds. There's what I needed. Definitely some things not working. Now we can get over here. I just have to get to the other side of this thing. Usually the navigation computer will plot like this whole array of jumps for you and you don't have to do it so manually, but that seems to be a little busted right now. Such as Alpha. So our mission right now is to get on this station and shoot the people who have taken it over.
damn, this game's pretty.
Yeah.
Like, not even like, even ignoring the graphical aspects, just the design is so good.
Yeah, they put a lot into it. And a lot of people are leaving Elite for it because of how they apparently messed up the new expansion.
Oh, did they really? The one where you like can go out of your spacesuit or out of your ship, rather?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't heard anything about that.
I haven't looked into it too much. We are seeing a lot more Elite Dangerous refugees.
Huh.
And I mean, like... Oh, wow, I'm apparently thirsty. That's fine. I just need to wait for my spacesuit to get on. There we go. Eventually, this magic pocket dimension inventory will be removed for a physicalized inventory, where, like, I'll actually have to store my weapons on these things and pull the suit out of the locker. But yeah, for just having one star system here, like, you can still do as much as you can do in Elite Dangerous with mining and bounty hunting, doing on foot missions like this, and all for just, you know, the minimum payment of $45, and you don't have to buy multiple expansions to go on a planet on a dune buggy or leave your ship.
Here we go!
So imagine this, but like I just wounded the guy. I could then drag my friend out of harm's way and heal him up in the corner. Now I have his weapon. The enemy AI were not hindered by the server. A couple of them would have heard that little exchange, radioed around, and they'd have been taking up defensive positions. Also, like here, if the enemy, if the AI were working better, if the server allowed the AI to work better, the enemy could run out of bullets and then have to make their way over to a rearming station to grab more ammo, taking cover the whole way. Right now, the only reason the AI is dangerous at all is because, you know, sometimes because of the server tick rate, they'll see you and fire before that you can do anything because of desync and whatnot. But even with all those issues, I still love this game. I've sunk hundreds of hours into it. I love trading, like the whole cargo ship simulation. Lots of fun. If you were an outlaw, you would break onto the station and use a key card to access this database and erase your criminal history. but people would be aware that you're doing it, and they would have to break in and try to stop you, and it sets up, I guess, what developers call emergent gameplay. The hell is this thing? I've never seen this gun before. Let's inspect it.
This
Yeah,
is not my gun.
customization.
There are none like it, and it's not mine.
Yeah, so you can on the fly like attach attachments to your gun. That could have gone bad. Now he's dead. So that whole knockdown thing, that's a force reaction. So like if you're standing on a ship and they pull like a high G maneuver, you will get thrown around. And if you get shot in the chest with a shotgun, you will go flying. That's new. I like this gun. There's one dude left.
Need a quick bathroom break. Be right back.
Yep. I am the worst operator. That's where I started. For all I know, this AI could just be asleep in a corner. Yeah, it sounds like someone just landed, which is probably not good. Probably not that hard to find this last guy. They don't tend to exist out here. Hey, someone's got an Inspiria Talon. That seems to be having some sort of engine misfire. Oh. Whoa! Where are they shooting at? That's a dude and a freelancer. Yeah, this place is also kind of like historically the PvP place back before all these systems were in. We would just kind of all hang out around here and blow each other up. That's another Isperia Talon blown to shit. And then there's this one. And that freelancer like ducked between the rings. Oh wait, there he is. That's a freelancer missile boat. What are they shooting at now? Well, damn. Dead now, whatever it was. Should probably not be here now. I don't know what happened to that last NPC, but I'm not going to spend the next hour or so chasing him down.
Oh boy, what I miss?
A lot of ships got blown up.
Oh, cool. By you?
That'll probably look. No, it'll just probably look really cool on the VOD. I was just spacewalking, and like other ships showed up, and the station turrets decided to open fire on several of them, and it
Oh,
looked
cool.
really neat. I can't find this last remaining hostile, and I ran all over the station. So we're gonna abandon that mission. And we'll put this here. Gun rack.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Okay, so something I want to do is go back to Orison, but from outside. I want to see what the approach looks like.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
We'll just have to swing around the moon here with these orbital markers.
Is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Here we go. Oh, sorry you couldn't sleep, crying. Crying.
Oh, yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, it's been like me for the last couple days. I woke up an hour before stream, so I'm like completely reversed.
Quantum drive is now off.
That is 71 kilometers. Well, this gives us a good opportunity to look at scanning. So before, scanning would show a giant-ass cube, like something's here. Now you've got like radar noise that you can get closer to and investigate. Naps are good. Like I don't know what it's been, but like I've had serious insomnia for the last couple days, like going to bed like near noon.
Oof.
Yeah. This will probably take forever. I'm gonna do this the quick and easy way. Quick and easy way. Well, if you gotta jump to your death, that's a view. Bye, ship. Now, in theory, and I've seen this happen on like other worlds, you could have a friend swoop in and collect you before you splat against something.
Oh. Heroic style. That's neat.
I think we're looking at a ship in quantum travel there.
Ooh.
Let's hit the suicide button. Yeah, that's a mood there with the sunrise. Oh, come on. Lag, 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 lag. Gotta love an alpha. Streaming is a lot of fun. If you do it, I recommend getting back into it. It's just really nice to be able to share these kind of things with people. You don't need a fancy setup. Like heck, this all started just from Discord streaming with his friends.
I don't even remember how it started, but I guess that sounds about right. It's like, hey, we're doing this stuff anyway. Might as well just like make it official.
Yeah. Like the game's having some issues. But of course it would. That said, it's like midnight. And while I usually like to stream for 3 hours, it's midnight and I want to be able to grab something to eat, like a proper meal before things close. Hey, look, the game kind of came back, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
Let me load back in real quick, hopefully, maybe. Because I'd like to show off the place at nighttime. But we're getting close to wrapping up. You've got a phone and an Xbox. I mean, I think the Xbox has like the ability to stream via Twitch just by like, hitting a button, right? Like the PlayStation. It's really all you need, and you can handle chat through Twitch on your phone. It's what I should do, honestly, so I have less browsers open. But yeah, we're gonna call it soon. Tomorrow is gonna be our with the new schedule. It's going to be our first big single player game. So like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we'll be doing multiplayer stuff. Thursday, Zombie will do his single player projects, which I think right now is Dyson Sphere Program. Yeah.
Yes.
And Friday will be me doing Judgment, which is the spin-off series from Yakuza. And we're gonna roll with that for a while, see how that works out. We're gonna be doing some Europa Universalis for multiplayer next week.
Oh
yeah. We're gonna get some more randomizers in. Still working on getting that randomizer race set up for charity. We're gonna be doing it for the Shriners Hospital Love to the Rescue charity. They do a lot of really good work for children with various diseases of the bones and the muscles. They do a lot of work with children who have cerebral palsy. I was a patient of theirs growing up, so I personally owe them a lot. And this is, I think, a good way of giving back. No solid date on that as we're still doing setup, but we'll keep you up to date on how we're doing on that with Twitter. And when we have a solid date, we'll announce it there.
Sounds good. Jay?
I'm here.
Thought I'd lost you there.
No, I'm just kind of annoyed at the loading. But this is a new patch. It's not even deployed yet. This is a preview test universe patch. So it's not available for everyone just yet. So this is still in super bug testy mode. But hey, we're back and we got nighttime, and that's what I wanted to show off. So let's go out there and take a look at the city at night. But for like sorry, I got distracted. For all the bugs and glitches and stuff, it's still an amazing game, and I feel totally worth looking into if you're a fan of space simulations. If you ever played Wing Commander or Freelancer or any of that. Because it really fills that void for me. And when the single player comes out, I'm gonna guess 2022 from the sounds of things. We'll have that Wing Commander like experience again. Also, I should stream Wing Commander.
Hey, yeah, that's an idea. Have we discussed that at all? It seems really obvious in retrospect.
I think I mentioned it, like, man, I should do that sometime, and then we never got around to a sometime. But maybe after Yakuza. don't crash. Don't crash. Encoding overloaded.
No.
There we go. Resyncing. Alright. So yeah, Orison at night. They have a beautiful nighttime lighting mode. The trees are highlighted. And you'll see fireflies. I don't know if they're native to Crusader or what, but fireflies all over the place.
I was gonna say I can't imagine them being native, but I guess space whales are native, so who knows?
This game is Star Citizen, being developed by Chris Roberts, was his company, Cloud Imperium Games. You may know it as the meme game from 2012 that will never ever come out. It's been in development a very long time, but I mean, you can see that they're trying to do something that no one else has really done before at a level of fidelity that no one has really risked doing before. And they're getting there. This again is it's not the Crytek engine anymore, but it started off as the Crytek engine. This is a variant of Lumberyard. They've spent most of those 12, has it been 12 years? 10? However long it's been, most of that development has been just getting the back end up and running. And yeah, this is a statue of the Star Wall, which is based on its actual organic model and stuff. They just have to get the AI
I just
and
got that.
animations in. Yeah, Narwhal, Star Wall.
Star Wall.
So yeah, these will be floating around, much bigger than this one, obviously. I don't know if they'll be huntable or harvestable or what, but that'll be neat. I don't know what this structure is, but I'm gonna walk on it. Oh god! Ugh.
Oh,
Well,
looked like a bug on a windowsill.
I've not heard of Atomic Heart, I don't think.
Oh, that's that bizarre looking FPS, isn't it? Like the really weird looking one.
Holy crap, we got another raid.
Oh,
Callus.
oh my god, Callus, hi.
Oops, boom. Boom raid. Callus has exploded all over chat. I could have phrased that better, but you know what? Deal with it. Hi, everybody. We're coming up to the end of our Star Citizen stream. We're just looking around the new gas giant Crusader and the city of Orison, which lives just sitting in the clouds. Lemon Peppy, thank you for the follow. Callus is the gas giant. Thank you for the follow. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Night Fox Nirvana, thank you for the follow. Rookie, thank you for the 12-month resub. Oh my god, so many alerts, so many follows, so many things. Thank you, everybody.
Things happening so much.
Everything is happening all at once. If you're new here, welcome to the arcade. We are a team of variety streamers. Currently just showing off Star Citizen 3.14 before it hits the public servers. You're looking at an entire Jupiter-esque planet made of volumetric clouds. The motherfuckers actually did it.
Hey, Kels.
Hey, what's up, gamers?
Hey, what's up,
Callis,
gamers? Hey!
We had a very, very productive night on Sea of Thieves, and then we were heading for a fort until they got bodied, like out of nowhere, and it kind of stopped the night real quick.
Oh.
It's okay. I made like 200K.
That's not bad.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Yeah, we've just been kind of sightseeing around this new area.
Ooh, that guy was wiggling there for a second.
Last call
Yeah.
for passengers. The
Yeah,
shuttle is
that's
preparing
another
to
player.
Our citizen has come
Please
a
clear
long
the
way.
hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
Ooh,
This looks gorgeous.
Oh yeah, they've really outdone themselves with this zone. In daylight, you can see like the different layers of clouds, a lot of pink and red and stuff like that. We looked at the Star Wall statue a little bit ago. They're gonna have space whales just kind of zooming around the clouds here.
Nice.
Took a look at parts of the city. Not all of it is implemented yet, but oh yeah, 16C would be nice.
Oh. Very nice.
I only do American technologies, so I don't know what a C is. I don't even know what letters are. All I know is truck and firework.
Truck and fire. Yeah, that's about right. I still love that they put in jokes that the weather is partly cloudy because it's a gas
Approaching
giant.
next station.
Oh, that's
If
funny.
This is your stop. Please prepare to disembark. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
We'll measure anything in any unit of measurement except for metric.
Yeah.
Yep.
Enjoying the view?
Football fields per moon distancer.
Industry shuttlecraft.
Oh, Gaston Low, I know that guy. He owes me $5.
I am playing Star Citizen. Yeah, Diacta. Also, there's been some debate as to the pronunciation of your name.
Diaso Yomi.
Yeah, because, like, Iggy wants to say it was like the Chinese style X and stuff.
But
So it's like.
I mean, the
Jiash-
second part. The second part of their name is the Japanese inflection, so I guess it would be Diasho Yomi.
Yeah.
Space whales! I want one.
Space whale. You can buy
I'm gonna
one.
turn-
Like you can.
I'm gonna turn
you
Jay
can buy
into a
one.
space whale.
Yay! You can buy one in game and you can buy one in real life. And I kind of want the real life one because that's just fucking adorable.
That's cute. Fuck you, Rookie. I love you, but I will not allow you. I will not allow you to do this to me. Happy face.
I love you.
Ricky, you're so nice in my chat. You come here and you drop this on these poor people. How dare you? You're such a sweetie, and then you come in here and you act like this. Whammers!
Yeah, we can buy us a wham burger. First, I gotta take my helmet off.
Feed me wham burgers.
We've just received some exciting new products. Have a look.
Exciting.
Oh yeah, I died, so my hunger got reset, but I'll still buy one.
Like not being hungry would stop you.
I'll just put that there. Straight from the ambulance. Man, that'd be weird, like, combination ambulance and food truck. I didn't implement the bathrooms yet.
How will you piss?
Well, I mean, there's a litter box right under here, apparently.
God damn it.
Thank you for visiting Orison, the heart and headquarters of Crusader Industries, where dreams
I'm loving it. But I'm a total space nerd, so and like I'm also nerding out about the tech behind the game. So like seeing an entire planet made out of volumetric clouds is huge for me because it's never been done. And that means this whole star system is complete and they can move on to whatever comes next.
What does come next? What's next on the roadmap?
A lot of quality of life stuff, getting like the server meshing and the iCache systems in physicalized inventory, because right now inventory is like well, I'll pull it up. Right now inventory is kind of this pocket dimension where I just have a list of stuff and I can switch to it, you know, instantaneously. Like, where the hell did that come from? But physicalized, like, you'll have so much that you can physically carry, and like switching suits, you can do that on your ship or your hab unit or whatever. Different armor will have different carrying capabilities, that sort of thing. And with the server meshing, like I explained at the beginning, right now the server tick rate is atrocious and the cause of majority of the problems in the game, because every single server is dealing with every object and every entity on every square inch of an entire solar system. We're talking hundreds of millions of kilometers worth of data. So if someone fires a bullet way out here, the server, you know, has to deal with that and everything else. It used to be the client had to deal with that data too, and that was bad.
Yeah,
but they fixed
Jesus.
that part. But they're going to be dividing everything into servers. So like Microtech, this entire planetary system would be one server. And then the space in between would be another server. So you just be transitioning between servers with a bunch of handoff data, and each server would have an acceptable tick rate, which would allow the AI to actually act intelligently, because it's capable of it. And when it doesn't act intelligently, you get this bullshit.
Fun.
Because like enemies on foot, they'll take covers, they'll react to sound and visual stimuli, they'll order each other around, they'll drag their comrades out of harm's way if they get shot.
But if I flip an Italian off when they're in their car, will they get out of their car and fold me in half?
When Space Italy becomes a thing, yes.
I cannot wait for Space Italy. This does seem like it's one hell of a feat of technology, though, to have all of those fucking moving parts at once.
Like, there's like a 45-minute video of the Tony Zervok, absolute genius, explaining how all the economic systems work. There's going to be like a behind-the-scenes system running billions of NPCs at once, most of which you'll never see. but that'll be like the traffic of resources over to factories or from farms to restaurants or farms to residential areas. Everyone with their own life cycle and how it influences everything and can spawn random events. It's nuts, and it's kind of worth watching, even though it's 45 minutes of just some guy talking. But so is streaming, so I mean,
I mean, one of the major complaints I saw today from somebody was like, I love to watch VTubers, but like I would watch more VTubers, but whenever I go and see them, they're just sitting in front of a blank screen talking, and I just like look over at all of our streams where you're playing different games. I'm getting my ass hit by thousands of cannonballs and Sea of Thieves. Zombies doing fun shit, and like, okay, I guess.
I mean, there are VTuber channels where.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there are VTuber channels where it's literally just a VTuber standing in front of a screen, like RP talking at you. And maybe that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
My RP just happens to be people feeding me powder kegs and me detonating.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Let me just jump down here. Whee! Woo.
Goodbye.
You look like a bug again. It just zooms out so far.
Can you? Whenever, like, I wonder if somebody just saw you just drop. Like, goodbye, friend. I am leaving.
Oh, goodbye.
My planet needs me. Splop.
As if you would hop off that rail and you would go up, knowing you and me.
Depending on the gravity, yeah.
No, not gravity would have nothing to do with it.
Well, you're the inflatey boy. I'm not.
I'm contagious. Nah, respect though.
Respect
Zombie, zombie, you're not safe. Or you are. Or you are, depending.
Well, I mean, that depends on how well you know me.
I've said hi to you at least 3 times. So that means we can RP, right?
At least 3 times.
That means I can do the 1 and hi, do you RP?
See, I can be heavy, just not in the ways you're expecting.
I get it. I understood that reference.
I feel like I understood it, and I am now worried.
No, this whole time I never actually went over this way. I'm gonna go over this way.
Go to that big glowing sign that says Orison.
I think that's the hospital.
I definitely need a hospital. I live in America. I live in America. Everybody needs a hospital. Wait, no, take me out. They're gonna charge me $3,000 for a mint.
It's wafers thin. Yeah. Wow.
Oh my god, really? You're pulling that on me. I'm not letting that pass. I appreciate you.
They actually fleshed this place out. Yay, that's awesome.
That looks really nice.
Here's the insurance.
Okay, yeah, no joke. I have seen Children's Hospital in Los Angeles. One of my vivid memories is going into a lobby, passing by a whole bunch of facilities like this to get into the actual hospital quarters. Like, it didn't look like this, obviously, because this is sci-fi, but it was laid out like this. So this is a fucking hospital. Like, God, I just got fucking flashbacks, man.
Yeah, this honestly kind of reminds me of Shriners Hospital, which I don't think you guys had rated yet, but we're going to do a charity for them at some point once we get everything set up. They work with children with bone and muscle diseases and stuff like cerebral palsy, and I was a patient of theirs growing up, so I'd like to do something nice for them now that I'm in a position to. Oh, where does this go? We're finding stuff. This goes to a locked door. Employees only beyond this point. Wow. Yeah, it'll probably be that the Zelda Link to the Past randomizer race. It's
Ooh.
we're just working on like getting an overlay and all that set up first, and knowing actually how to handle a charity because I've never done it before.
If you somehow have a slot to have me in there, I have never done a randomizer run before, so you should have me in as the control group. The dude that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
That could be funny. This is the main trade hub. So once the economy systems are fully in, you'll see like live tracking data of the value of everything instead of these placeholders.
Oh, neat.
And you could pick up jobs from this poor dude here.
Hello and welcome to EVE Online.
Yeah. And like we passed 1 billion monitors, but I do love that they went so far as to have the monitors have a field of view.
Yeah. Wow, yeah. I'm glad that, like, because Star Citizen very obviously got a slow start. And the controversies and stuff surrounding Star Citizen haven't helped it any. But seeing it actually, like, again, seeing you actually play it, it's like, holy shit, they're actually using all the money they got to actually make a great game.
Yeah.
And I want to see,
And-
I want to see what the content's going to be.
Exactly. Like it's super easy to kind of armchair developer this, but like people are like using the mentality of like putting together an indie game versus, you know, something on this scale.
The one of the major contributors to that, though, was the studio not being willing to take interviews or talk about it. Like,
Oh
at
yeah,
length.
no, they did some major missteps. I'm not gonna.
Oh, that looks so pretty. Fuck.
Yeah, because the controversy was mainly that, you know, they're selling starships to raise money for the game. So, like, let me pull up my list of ships.
They're selling pretend starships on a video game that hasn't been made yet, so you're not even buying a JPEG. You're buying the potential concept art of a JPEG.
There goes the lag. There we go. And it's busted. Nice, there we go. So this ship here, I bought this as part of a package for like $495 back in the day. The ship alone now sells for $600. But you don't, but it's not like, you know, that's the only way to get it. You can earn this in game. You could spend $45, get a starter ship,
We've just received
and
some exciting new products. Have a look.
get interrupted by a friendly shopkeep. Or if you wanted to pledge more money to help the development, you could do this. But no one's holding a gun to your head saying, you know, spend $10,000 or $30,000, which people have. And, you know, the people who are spending that kind of money are usually people who have like a huge group of friends and they want to have a fleet to immediately start off doing, you know, what they want to do instead of working their way up. But like there's no pay to win about it, because a person who buys a $500 ship could easily have that $500 ship blown up by the guy in the $45 starter ship.
Because there are people currently out there playing Star Wars Squadrons and Elite Dangerous who can get into a ship that costs $2 and fly fucking circles around the people that are paying all that.
Yeah. And like their people are like, well, if you spend $500 for a ship and it gets blown up, you lost $500. No, they're not going to take away anything that you paid actual money for.
I imagine you're going to at some point get like, if they're going to implement that properly, you will get a ship blueprint and you'll be handed the first one for free. and that $500 bought you the blueprint. So you can then spend in-game materials and currency to rebuild your ship.
Well, what they have is a insurance program. So like that ship I was using as an example, it came with lifetime insurance, which would be but if you don't have lifetime, it's like 6 months, 10 years, whatever. And then after that you pay for more with in-game money, not cash. Cuz once the game launches, that cash shop gone. Gone with the caveat of maybe brand new ships are going to be for sale for cash for a limited time, maybe, but like you won't be able to go back and buy up this massive fleet. That's the now to keep the funding going. And people are like, well, Chris Roberts is taking all this money and now has an island made out of crack cocaine. No, because all the funding, like how it's used, is publicly available. And
yeah, and it's obvious that they may be doing it slowly, but that money is going back into the game. Like you can see it.
Yeah, I mean, they invite people to their offices. You could go up to the office in Manchester or Austin and ask for a tour, and they'll give you a tour. The devs will happily talk about what they're doing, show you what they're working on. It's just for a long time they've had major communications issues, and their marketing department has been terrible. But I think, especially now with this whole solar system done and a lot of the back-end processes actually in place, we'll start to see kind of the realization of the dream. You're dating someone who's on the project. Holy shit, wow.
Nice.
Cool.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
No, I don't want to go on the shuttle. I want to go on the shuttle.
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be
No.
departing.
I want to stand on it. Oh wait, I'm standing on the hatch. Oh no. No. Come back.
Get slapped. No, goodbye. You're done. Goodbye.
Not like this.
Local button depressurizes.
Crush into a tiny bun cube by the heavy gravity and pressure of the gas giant.
I mean, the opposite, but that also works.
Yeah.
Small marble.
Small marble. He's seen things. Oh, since I'm not using my camera for the VTuber, before we go, I wanna do this. So the game implemented face tracking.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's my face apparently.
It would be fun. It would be great if they let you upload a model.
They're gonna have the ability to scan your face with the webcam and kind of base. Oh, you mean like the bunny model?
Yeah.
Private server versions of this, yes. Nom 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 nom. It's a little busted because I didn't calibrate because I don't want to show my actual face here on the calibration menu.
That's unsettling.
Poop. Poop. Pop. Ultimate duck face.
Make the DreamWorks face.
I don't know how.
Raise an eyebrow and smirk to the same side the eyebrow is. There it is. You did it. You somehow did it. There it is. New Pixar movie, Space.
That's great. Yeah, that's we're gonna call it there because it's coming up on 1 a.m. almost, and I want to grab food before every place in the area shuts down. As I live in the middle of nowhere that believes that the world shuts down at 10 p.m.
I am going to go try and finish out Jedi Fallen Order before this latest repair of this video card shuts out again.
Oh yeah, you keep having those issues. I'm sorry.
No, we have a new one ordered.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Alton of their Sona in space. Yeah, everyone should. It's good. I have one. Let me do the whole ending spiel where I thank you for spending your evening with us. Much appreciated. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. Love you all. Hope to see more of you around as we do stuff. Tomorrow we're doing Yakuza Judgment. And it'll be every Friday until it's complete. Special thanks to our subscribers scrolling on screen now. I couldn't do what we do without your support. If you'd like to support us, please give us a follow if you haven't already here, and on Twitter at Team RetroFox, where you can keep up with our schedule and future plans. We have a YouTube channel linked down below where you can find all of our past playthroughs, a Patreon if you want to support us even more directly, and if you have Amazon Prime, you got your Prime Gaming subscription, which helps out a streamer as much as a normal paid subscription. And if you feel that we're worth it, we'd love to take that from you. Yep, said that right. Yep, great. Yep. We like to end things with a raid. Let's see who's actually on.
Give us your money!
Yes, money. Now, no one on. Well, that's a first.
Do you know who... I think Spacey was on a little bit ago. Do you know who Twist CMYK is?
Nope, but I'll take it. Twist CMYK.
They're a funny internet artist. They're Chogi, if you know that name. They're playing Portal 2 right now.
Sure, let's go say hi to them. We'll see everyone here hopefully tomorrow. Usual start time is 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. For Yakuza Judgment. Y'all stay safe out there. Have a good night.
Have a wonderful evening, everybody.
Take care, everyone.